はい、それではお時間になりましたので、始めさせていただきます。北さん、ミュートにしてもらって大丈夫ですか？本日は大阪ランディングパッドとスイスネックスインジャパンさんとのコラボレーションイベント、フードテックピッチ with 大阪フードラボにご参加いただきましてありがとうございます。私は本日の進行を務めます、阪急阪神不動産の津田と申します。どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。本日はこのような流れで進めてまいります。17時30分までの90分間、どうぞお付き合いいただければ幸いです。開催中、質問などありましたら、QA 機能からご質問ください。匿名ではなく、個人名で質問いただきましたら、主催のみ質問を確認することができます。また、時間内に回答できない場合にも、別途個別に回答させていただけるので、ぜひ個人名でご質問ください。では、早速ですね、パート1のスイスのスタートアップエコシステムについて、在大阪領事館スイスネックスインジャパンのお二人からプレゼンテーションいただきます。まずはイノベーション&スタートアップマネージャーのカルロス・コレラさんよりご挨拶いただきまして、その後、領事館長のフェリックス・メスナー博士よりお話しいただきます。なお、フェリックス・メスナー博士からは英語でのご紹介となりますが、投影資料は日本語で記載されております。また、スピーチ内容の日本語補足資料もチャットに貼り付けますので、ぜひご参照いただければと思います。では、カルロスさん、どうぞよろしくお願いします。
はい、よろしくお願いします。皆さん、初めての大阪ランディングパッドとスイスネクスインジャパンのコラボのフードテックのイベントを皆さん、ようこそ。私はコレア・カルロスと申します。スイスネクスインジャパンイノベーション&スタートアップマネージャー。こちらは、はい、初めてのイベントですから、今は皆さんお楽しみしてください。はい。では、どうぞよろしくお願いいたします。はい。
すみません、カルロスさん。
Alright, so
はい、すみません。はい。
Yeah, please, introduce.
はい、はい。こちらは、マスターさん多分なんかコネクションちょっと問題がありそうなんですけど、ですから多分すぐに大阪ランディングパッドの紹介させていただきたいの方がいいと思います。
はい、かしこまりました。
ありがとうございます。
はい。まず失礼いたしました。では、後ほどメスナー博士からはプレゼンテーションいただければと思いますが、先にプログラムを進めさせていただきます。では、本日のイベントの開催のきっかけとなっております、大阪ランディングパッドのご紹介から先に進めさせていただきます。大阪ランディングパッドは、大阪、日本進出に関心を持つ海外スタートアップをローカルコミュニティネットワークでサポートいたします。大阪・関西で新しい価値、ビジネスを創出し、国際競争力の向上を目指します。すでにローカルパートナーさんとして多くの大阪・関西の支援機関様にご参加いただいておりますが、大阪一丸となってスタートアップをサポートできればと思っております。また我々阪急阪神不動産がオーガナイザーとして立ち上げたものですが、簡単にその背景となる取り組みを大きく3つご紹介させていただきます。まず1つ目は、2014年より成長志向のスタートアップをサポートするオフィス GVH5 を大阪・梅田で運営しております。阪急阪神グループとして最も重要なエリア、梅田において、新産業を創出するスタートアップエコシステムを形成すべく、2010年頃よりそのような取り組みをしてまいりました。GVH5 では、成長志向のスタートアップ向けにコワーキングスペースやプライベートオフィスを提供するほか、ビジネスマッチングや起業家コミュニティなどのビジネス支援環境を整備しております。 また、資金面においては、スタートアップとの競争を目的に、2019年に CVC ファンドを新設しております。それ以前にも、上田スタートアップファンド1号など、シード期のスタートアップへの出資も行ってまいりました。また、国内外のアクセラレーションプログラムへも積極的に参加してまいりました。直近では前日した GVH5 を拠点として開催されたスタートアップブートキャンプスケール大阪のパートナー企業として世界の有望なスタートアップとの協業を3年間行ってまいりました。こちらのプログラムを通しては世界から延べ1000社近いスタートアップからの応募があったことは、大阪がビジネスの街としての魅力、ポテンシャルがあるということを十分に再認識いたしました。そして引き続き海外スタートアップ誘致の強化を行うべく、2021年12月に大阪ランディングパッドを開設いたしました。我々は民間企業でございますが、関西発祥の鉄道会社を前身とする阪急阪神ホールディングスグループの総合不動産デベロッパーでございます。地域に根ざしたパートナーの皆様とともに、海外スタートアップをサポートし、エリアの活性化、国際競争力の向上に寄与できればと思っております。すでに海外企業誘致にも尽力されているパートナーの皆様には助けていただくことも多くございますが、我々民間企業だからこそできることを補いながら、地域一体となったサポートができればと思っております。サポートの具体的なご紹介をさせていただきます。まず、海外スタートアップの方が気軽にお問い合わせいただける無料相談窓口を開設しております。また、ローカルパートナー様のお力をお借りしながら、各スタートアップの状況に応じて、必要な情報を提供してまいります。そして場合によっては日本企業もご紹介させていただければと思っております。実証実験まで進むような場合には、それらをサポートできる企業様をご紹介できればと思っております。さらにですね、より着実なネットワークへ導くために、海外のスタートアップ支援機関やコミュニティをインターナショナルパートナーとしてお迎えし、より具体的な連携を進めてまいりたいと思っております。スイスネクスさんは、すでにインターナショナルパートナーとしてご賛同いただいておりまして、今回のイベントが実現いたしました。大阪ランディングパッドはまだ開設後間もなくこれからというところでございますが、ぜひ皆様ご協力いただきまして、国際競争力のある大阪・関西のスタートアップエコシステムを盛り上げていきたいと思っております。ありがとうございました。では続きまして、すみません、カルロスさん、いかがでしょうか。次ご紹介させていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
はい、今はフェリックス・マスナさん、スイスの両親がオンラインなんですけど、はい、今は始まります。はい。フェリックス、can you hear us? Now it's your turn, you can chat. So こちらは、フェリックス・マスナさんの日本語のバージョンなんですけど、こちらはチャット、皆さんのチャット、ダウンロードできます。はい。こちらです。こちらの Google ドキュメントを、日本語のバージョンをダウンロードできます。はい。皆さん、楽しみにしてください。ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much, Carlos, for the very kind introduction. So my name is Felix Mösner. I would like to show my slides. I hope you can see everyone. So first of all, I would like to give my big thanks to the Osaka Landing Pad and also to Hankyu for the opportunity to be present here with our startups in the domain of food tech. This is extremely highly appreciated. Thank you very much. So I would like to give a short presentation about the new consulate of Switzerland here in Osaka. And as Carlos nicely introduced, so my name is Felix Mösner. I'm the consul and head of post here of the new consulate of Switzerland here in Osaka. So first of all, I would like to give a short introduction about my personal background. So as you can see here, I studied on 3 continents at the Swiss Lempo-Kobe-Daigaku, so at ETH Zurich, at Tokyo University, and also at MIT. My background is in robotics. I worked for a spin-off of Accenture and also for a Swiss bank institution, financial institution in Tokyo before joining to the embassy. So I was 9 years at the embassy in Tokyo. I was 5 years heading the Swissnex in Boston, so between MIT and Harvard University. And I also led the Swissnex in China, which is located in Shanghai. So all through I was very active with the Chamber of Commerces. So one in Tokyo, so the Swiss Chamber of Commerce in Tokyo, the AmCham with the United States, but also with China, the AmCham in Shanghai, which is the largest chamber of Switzerland around the world. So here actually in Japan as well. So I'm a member of the chamber again, and also all through, as you can see here, we have diplomatic circles, so also they are very active. Previously in Tokyo, then in Boston, then in Shanghai. Now we are shaping also one diplomatic circle here in Kansai as well. So everything started around the new consulate around the Olympics here last year in the Olympics. So our president, Guy Parmelin, came to Japan and announced the launch of the new consulate. So this was a very nice small event at the embassy. So we had here the president of Switzerland, Guy Parmelin, together with the ambassador. And we had a small workshop during this event with the president of Kyoto University, so Minato Socho, and also the vice president of University of Zurich. And we had another panel which was on entrepreneurship. So in this framework, actually, we were able to announce the launch of Swissnex in Japan, because the new consulate of Switzerland in Japan is a part of the Swissnex network. So the new consulate also last year has been then presented later on in Switzerland, so towards parliamentarians, and also the ambassador of Japan to Switzerland, so Shiraishi Taishi. So we went to Switzerland, introduced it at a very nice framework event held by the Chamber of Commerce in Bern. So we were extremely happy to introduce this, and the interest is extremely high to learn more about the Swiss-Japanese relations that is now reinforced by this consulate. Of course, we also had the opportunity to visit various sites in the Kansai region here together with the ambassador. So the Swiss ambassador, we visited the site of the Pampaku, for example. So here you see these members of the Swissnex network. So we are in total 6 Swissnexes and have also around 20 science offices and science counselors around the world. So this is the network. So the first Swissnex has been created in Boston, followed by San Francisco, then in China, located in Shanghai, then 4 India, located in Bangalore, and 4 Brazil, located in Rio de Janeiro. And now the newest with Osaka has been announced last year. And so I would like to say a few words around what we are doing. So overall, so the Swissnex network, we have around 200 events. We have 40,000 participants and 80 employees. So just to give some rough figures. So what's next with the new establishment? So actually, after the announcement, we are now looking for a property, a space where we can have the consulate. So I will say a few words about this later on. We're building up the team and also the network. And about the focus, I will also say a few words later on. So location is key, and we have found a very nice location in Osaka. So we will be at Midosuchi, close to the US consulate and close to the city hall. So we hope to be up and running at the beginning, well, at the end of this fiscal year, Japanese fiscal year. So that means in spring of next year. So here are a few images of the other Swissnexes around the world. So the one in Boston, San Francisco, India, and also in China. So you see the facilities are here for events, and it's very approachable, very welcoming. So building up the team is important. So what we were doing the past couple of months, so we are extremely happy that we have now managers and staff in the field of innovation startups, operations, academic relations, and art science. But we are still looking for one staff in the field of innovation. So we are looking for innovation officers. So if you're looking forward to work for the consulate for Swissnex, so please get in touch with us and Carlos, for example. So network is key. So we were very quickly to tap into networks around university, research institutes, startups, or tech companies. So we met more than 10 CEOs of tech companies. We met governors and mayors of all the prefectures here. And so overall, also many politicians, ambassadors. So we are extremely active to reach out also to alumni. So to build up a very strong network. So for example, here you see the governor of Osaka in the middle, Yoshimura-san, for example. Yeah, also to show that we already have a good network. So Switzerland and Japan, we have a lot of university partnerships. So 70 university partnerships. And also here in Osaka, we are very active with the Osaka University or the prefectural university, but also Kyoto University is extremely active. We are dealing with, and also on the Swiss side, we have a few extremely active universities like University of Zurich or University of Geneva. And looking further to what we do, as mentioned before, it's important that we collaborate with Japan, because Japan is a priority country for us in bilateral research cooperation, which is now with the new science consulate. The Swissnex is strengthened in this sense. And as just mentioned before, we have the 6 Swissnex location, and we have a focus on education, research, and innovation. So we have a public-private partnership business model. So we get our funding from the State Secretariat, but we also have mandates, partnerships, and agreements. So we work with various partners, also local partners, which are mentioned here with the embassy, with the business hub, with Pro Helvetia, and very important also at the embassy, and that's a key. We also have the science office in the embassy, which we are working very closely with our colleagues there. And they help us to reach out together with us to universities, to local authorities, to companies, startups, and innovation hubs. So startups and innovation hubs are extremely close to our heart, to our DNA. So here's an overview of our partners back in Switzerland of the Swissnex network. And at Swissnex itself, we focus on in the science field. So our focus is science, but there we have 3 areas like innovation and entrepreneurship, academic relations, and art science. So focus areas, which are mentioned here, are the 3. So startups. So we do a lot with startups to bring Swiss startups to Japan, but we also look into areas like aging, because Japan is very interesting to collaborate in this field. It's a part of life sciences. We also work in the field of sustainability, so the SDGs, which is also linked to energy. And all this actually links very, very nicely to the Osaka Banpaku, the Expo 2025, and we are extremely happy to work in the future together with the BAMPAC in the line of our focus areas. So we are extremely happy to be in Japan. So please connect with us, come to us, reach out. And I think later on there will be a Q&A, and I'm very happy that Carlos will take over some of the questions. And then thank you very much.
はい、ボイスの拍手ありがとうございました。はい、失礼いたしました。では、続いてですね、ここからはスイスネックスさんご推薦のスタートアップによるフードテックピッチをお届けする時間となりますが、その前にですね、本日は with 大阪フードラボということで、そちらのご紹介からさせていただきたいと思っております。弊社阪急阪神不動産では大阪梅田中津に、食の実験場大阪フードラボを設けておりまして、今回登壇のスタートアップさんたちとは個別にそちらとのコラボレーションも計画しております。大阪フードラボについて簡単に具体的な取り組みを紹介させていただきます。田辺さんお願いします。
フードインキュベーション施設大阪フードラボのご紹介をさせていただきます。こちらは阪急電鉄が取り組む事業でございます。本日は大阪フードラボの概要と取り組みを紹介させていただきます。大阪といえば食のイメージがあるかと思いますが、大阪フードラボは大阪の中心地梅田からすぐの中津エリアに位置しており、食でチャレンジする人を応援する食の実験場というコンセプトを掲げております。チャレンジを応援する具体的な取り組みとしては、食のビジネスを応援するフードインキュベーションとして、例えば飲食店の開業を目指す方が店舗営業を志向する場を提供するであったり、また飲食以外にも我々阪急阪神ホールディングスが協争を進めるスタートアップ企業とのネットワークを有しておりますので、スタートアップ各社の食関連サービスやプロダクトの実証実験の場として提供しております。さらにこういった食のチャレンジをさらに応援する場として、国内外の食関係者とつながるイベントも開催しております。具体的な施設の紹介をいたします。まず施設設備としては、プロ仕様のコンテナキッチンスペースを3つ備えております。さらに700平米の広々としたスペース内に飲食提供スペースをご用意しており、定期的にフードイベントも開催しております。このような施設設備の他にも、我々ハイエンドなシェフを中心に食関係者との幅広いネットワークを有しております。ここで大阪フードラボとして彼らとの交流機会も積極的に設けております。では、なぜ中津で実施するのかですが、中津はもともと飲食店や雑貨店などの特色のある個人経営の店舗が集結するエリアとして知られています。実はこの中津エリアは2024年に町開きする梅北2期とも隣接しておりまして、今後中津エリアも巻き込み、大阪の中心地である梅田全体を盛り上げたいという思いで実施しております。具体的な取り組みの紹介に移らせていただきます。まずはチャレンジを応援する具体的な食ビジネスのサポートをするフードインキュベーションでは、飲食店の開業を目指す方や、他にも新メニューの提供を目指すチャレンジャーと呼ばれる方に店舗営業を志向する場を提供しています。ただ、この飲食提供の店舗営業の場を提供するだけでなく、ビジネスのサポート体制として育成プログラムというプログラムを提供しています。 例えば、実際の飲食店経営者による飲食の開業に向けた経営講義や、他にもハイエンドなシェフからの施策に対するフィードバックであったり、キッチン内のオペレーション指導、さらには出店準備として、阪急阪神不動産としての物件探しのサポートなどなど、さまざまなプログラムを用意しております。飲食ビジネス以外にも、我々阪急阪神ホールディングスがつながっているスタートアップによる食関連のサービス、プロダクトの実証実験の場としても活用されています。例えば、過去にはスペインのフードテックスタートアップであるフーディ2社が開発する 3D フードプリンターの使用方法をフードラボのネットワークでつながっているシェフとともに検討し、実際にフードイベントの中でお客様にお披露目する場を設けておりました。他にもアナホールディングスが取り組むアバターロボットを実際に営業中にチャレンジャーが利用してフィードバックをするといった機会も設けております。さらにフードインキュベーションにとどまらず、フードイベントも開催しております。多くのお客様の目に触れる機会であり、さらには国内外の食関係者とのネットワークを広げられる機会として、このイベントを開催しております。過去の実施例では、スモーガスバーグと呼ばれるイベントを開催しました。海外とつながるマーケットというコンセプトのもと、ニューヨーク、ブルックリンで開催されているアメリカ最大のフードマーケット、スモーガスバーグと提携し、スモーガスバーグ大阪として世界初海外への誘致に成功いたしました。本場ニューヨークからのシェフの出店に加えまして、ハイエンドなシェフをはじめ、大阪側からもシェフに出店をしていただきました。さらに、海外とつながるマーケットというコンセプトを掲げておりますので、実際にニューヨークから来日した審査員と来場者による投票も実施いたしまして、優勝者には本場ニューヨークスモーガスバーグでの出店権利をご用意いたしました。他にも各州で週末にマーケットを開催しており、シェフや生産者、卸販売業者などさまざまな食関係者が集うウィーケンドマーケットという取り組みを実施しております。こちらでは食のスモールチャレンジの場として活用されております。今後は大阪万博を見据え、万博参加各国の食文化を紹介するイベントの企画を検討しております。食のチャレンジを考える方は、フードラボがチャレンジをサポートいたしますので、ぜひご連絡いただければと思います。また、そうでない方もぜひ一度、梅田から近いエリアになりますので、お客様として大阪フードラボに足をお運びいただけますと幸いです。以上でご説明を終わらせていただきます。ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございました。はい、ではここからお待たせいたしました。フードテックピッチをお届けいたします。約5分間のピッチと質疑の時間を3分ほど設けております。また、先ほどもご案内しておりますが、質問などありましたら、ぜひ QA 機能からお願いいたします。また、スタートアップへの質問がある場合は、どのスタートアップへの質問かを記載いただけると助かります。なお、最後にご紹介するアンケートでもですね、各スタートアップへの質問なども可能ですので、ぜひそちらもご活用いただければと思います。ピッチの順番はこちらの通りとなっております。また、このピッチにおきましては、質疑などをサポートいただけるグローバル DX の引田さんにも入っていただきます。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
なお、各ピッチの皆さんからは英語でのスピーチになりますが、投影資料は日本語で補足しておりますことをあらかじめご了承ください。はい、では、始めましょうかね。
はい。はい、ちょっとその前に、一件ドクター・モエスナーにご質問が来てるんで、それだけ質問しちゃっていいですかね。
はい、お願いします。
はい。Hey, Dr. Moesner, one question to you right now.
Yes, I can take over the questions to Dr. Messner, if that's okay.
You can I go
Yes.
ahead?
Please, yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, you mean in Japan?
I can answer the questions. Yes.
Okay. So you do it, right? So the question is why you select the sixth, the Swissnex place in Osaka. In
Excellent
Japan.
question.
So,
Excellent question. So as you have seen in the previous map, all of the locations, San Francisco, Boston, Rio de Janeiro, Bangalore, it is never the state capital of a country. This is the first one, because we're not an embassy, we're a science consulate. So this is why we didn't choose Tokyo. This is the political reason. And the other reason is, of course, Banpaku.
Okay. 基本的にですね、リオデジャネイロもそうですし、あとバンガロールもそうですし、ポリティカル、政治的に要するに首都を狙わないということらしいんですね。ですから、第二の都市というか、そういうそういうところがあって、あと万博と、その2つの理由で大阪を選んだということだそうです。はい、alright, thank you, Carlos. Alright. では、じゃあ、このご質問だけ答えたので、ピッチの方に行きたいと思います。Alright, so Marius, McAfee, please go ahead.
はい、じゃあ、いいですかね。まず、はじめに、次世代コーヒー焙煎機器を開発する、ミカフィー CEO のマリウスさんです。お願いいたします。Please go ahead.
Perfect. Hello, everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
we
I
can
can.
see it.
Yes, super. My name is Marius. I'm the co-founder and CEO of McAfee, and we enable coffee selling companies to increase their sales in the future by self-roasting coffee beans in their coffee shops and locations. So our journey started 2015 in Colombia when I was traveling with my father on a coffee plantation, and I really experienced how fresh roasted coffee tastes like, while I really understood where the coffee beans came from. So this experience brought me back to Switzerland to democratize the process of coffee roasting and enable everyone and every location in the future to roast coffee by themselves. So coffee is a big market, and the biggest growing segment is the specialty coffee segment. So the increasing consumer expectations regarding freshness, regarding quality, regarding transparency, really pushes the market of specialty coffee, which will increase the strongest in the future. And at the same time, the big roasting companies, they already offer kind of premium coffee to the market, but they struggle because they cannot show the transparency. They cannot really bring the experience which the consumers love, be it a digital experience, but also a sensory experience. And they cannot offer small quality lots from smaller farms. So it's really an issue also for the brand to keep up with the future and smaller companies which roast by themselves already, or also the digital companies which, for example, build astonishing digital experiences and sell the coffee online. So we really know a way how we can offer bigger companies to stay competitive in the future, offering a new quality of coffee which also increases the interactions between the brand and the consumers, and also strengthen their sales in the future. So the solution is a fully automatic roasting a product and a platform which enables coffee selling businesses to really roast coffee in their locations. So they can offer also the trust which is needed for the user, that they can offer the transparency of the green coffee until the cup of espresso, for example, and they have a new sensuous experiences. So the consumer in the future will really enjoy a new ultimate freshness of coffee with the ultimate character of a coffee which can be explored. And as well as becoming a digital experience where they can explore all the information and entertainment around the coffee. As a solution, it's a fully automated roasting system, so you don't lose any time and any effort with roasting. And the consumer will be involved in the process because they can give their feedback if they really like the coffee, or if, for example, the acidity was too high, or if they really tasted the nutty notes out of the coffee. For our clients, as the coffee shops, they have the advantage to really play the corporate social responsibility while always showing where the coffee beans come from, and also increase their profitability by selling more coffee with higher margins. We offer a solution which is really modular and enable all kind of businesses to roast coffee on the spot. For example, here on the left side, a retail concept where you as a customer, you just walk through, you see it live roasted, and you pick up the bags of fresh roasted coffees. Or in the middle, if you are a coffee shop, you roast your very unique coffee blend, and you also sell your freshly roasted coffees. Or if you are, for example, a bigger brand and you really want to establish various taste notes and different kind of coffees, you open a new store and serve a lot of different kind of variations of coffee tastes. So what we do as MiCoffee is we build a fully automated digital roasting platform where we connect coffee importers and coffee farms on our platform together with a fleet of our roasting machines, which you can control all together, fully automated, and then in the end also get the feedback of the customers if they really like the coffee or not, and also sell the coffee. So this is a really end-to-end digital roasting platform. And our core is that we understand the connections between the green coffee, the roasting profiles, and the taste in the cup. So you can really design, for example here, the taste of espressos you want to serve as, for example, very fruity or a little bit more nutty. And we know how to really roast the green coffee and then apply it on all the machines in the market. So this is the connected system of the roasting platform, the machine, and the user interaction in the end. We built the roasting machine, which is capable of roasting 1.5 kilograms green coffee within 15 minutes and filters all the harmful gases and the smoke out of the air. So this is a really plug and play machine, IoT connected to the internet, where you always have to control what is happening. So now I want to show you how it's really working. A short video. So you enter the green coffee, 1.5 kilo, you put it onto the machine really preheats and knows all the parameters and roasts fully automated, and you can really visually see what is happening. You don't have to do anything with the roasting. You can serve your guests while it's roasting and it's cooling down, fully automated. So you just can pick up the freshly roasted coffee and use it in your store. So this is just a small presentation. Now I want to end. Just give me a second to get back to the presentation. With the business model, so we focus on a subscription base that you pay $300 per month for the whole solution with the platform and the machine. And additionally, you pay a fee per roast. So if you, for example, will sell more than 750 grams of coffee each day, you you paid the pricing, and afterwards you just increase your sales and your profitability, because your margin is either on the cost side, because you can use directly the green coffee beans. You don't have to buy plastic coffee bags, and in the end also sell the coffee maybe a little bit more expensive and more for sure. So thank you very much. This is Mikafi.
Okay, thank you, Marius. そうしましたらですね、質問が彼のところにちょっと1点ございまして、どういう質問かと言いますとですね、彼のその豆ですね、その実際の、コーヒー豆をどういうふうに手配するのかと、このビジネスモデルの中で豆も提供されるものなのかということと、その場合の豆の産地はどうかということで質問来ておりますので、ちょっと聞いてみます。Okay, Marius, how about the coffee beans? Will you provide the beans as well in your business model? If so, where is the origin of the beans?
That's a great question. Thank you. So, on the one hand, you can use our network of coffee importers to choose the beans from. So you don't have to care about the sourcing and the delivery. But on the other hand, if you already have your green beans by yourself and you have your connection to your farmers, you can also use your green coffees.
Okay, so if they selected your network, you can provide the beans, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
where is it from? Where it is from?
It's from around the world. So from all the coffee origins, from I say Brazil to Colombia, Vietnam, Asia, wherever, we have a partner network of more than 500 farmers around the world you can have your beans from.
Okay. ですね、彼らのビジネスモデルとしては、豆をですね、お客さんはお客さんでも実際の生の豆を用意できればそれはそれで使ってよろしいということで、ただ彼らのネットワークを使えばもう世界中500以上のですね、ファーマーがいるということなので、そこを使っていただくことも可能だということだそうです。はい。あと、先ほどちょっと一点ですね、モレスさんのスイスネクスのそのデッキをダウンロード、要するにシェアできないしてもらえないのかという質問が来てるので、それだけちょっと聞いておきますね。いいですか？Carlos, is it possible to download, Swissnex or share the download deck? I mean, Swissnex
deck? Yes. Give me a couple of seconds and I will make it available for everyone. Yes.
Okay. All right. Later on. Yeah. はい。ありがとうございます。後でシェアできるようにするということですので、Swissnex。ありがとうございます。すいません、近尾さん。
ありがとうございます。すいません。ライブで質問もいただいてるんですが、ちょっとあれですかね。時間。
もう、また次ありますか？
はい。
ミカフィーが参加日日本選んだ理由ね。Alright, so Mikafi, another question. Why you select the Japan at the third country from Switzerland?
Yes, because Japan really focus on quality, and we see the increase of quality coffee coming maybe also from a tea perspective, where you really focus on the process. You really love what you drink and focus on the product. So, and as a second step, you have so many coffee shops offering great beverages. So we also want to enable you to also enable fresh roasted coffee in all the locations. That's the reason.
答えになっているかどうかっていうのはありますけど、やっぱりお茶の文化があるので、非常にそのプロセスにこだわったですね、飲み方をされているというふうに彼らは把握しているようで、やはりこだわったコーヒーが多くあるので、日本でというのが回答ですね。はい。それと、あと、もう一つですね。特にサプライズのフィードバックされたコーヒーが好きですと。Okay, so another question is, it depends on the target of the, customer, targeting customers, but if you get any feedback from the customer and then you offer some coffee, but can you provide some choice option to be a kind of surprising, option of the coffee taste to the, customer?
Yes, sure. For example, if they want to have a very new coffee flavor, let's say a funky one, they can also try very new varieties. For example, with a fermented process, so we can really surprise them with new kind of tastes in the coffee.
Is it easy to select some funky one?
Yes.
何か新しいそのファンキーな味なんかをテイストしたいときには、簡単にそれがセレクトできるということのようですね。まあ、基本的には彼が言ってるのは自分の好きなものをこう選ぶこともできるし、そのエリアの人が好むのものを選べるということなので、何かそこでファンクションが選べるようになっているんだと思います。はい。Alright, thank you. And then the third question is in English, so you can read it. How has the recent steep rise of coffee bean price affect your business model? That's the question. Interesting. Yeah.
Very, very interesting. So because we will not earn anything on the green coffee, so we don't put any provision, any commission on the green coffee, we just monetize the roasting system. We are not really affected by the coffee price. So this is maybe an advantage of our business model. We just give the price directly to the customer and we don't take anything on the beans.
今のご質問に対して、素晴らしいご質問ですねということなんですけども、基本的には豆はもうお客さんが直接買っていただいてですね、彼らはそこに全然チャージ載せてないわけですね。あくまでそのマシンを使ってローストするところと、あとはそのデジタルのいろんな調整のところでサービスフィー取ってるので、そこはもし高くなればお客さんがその分を買うっていうことなので、彼らのモデルには影響を及ぼさないというのが回答です。Alright, thank you.
はい、では、お時間。はい、Thank you, Mario. はい、では続きましてですね、移りたいと思います。次は、食品廃棄物に新しい価値を与えるサプリメントを開発するエンビオン CEO のジョージアスさんです。が、すみません、本日ですね、リアルでの参加の都合がつかず、VTR でのお届けとなります。なお、ちょっと時間の関係上、少し早めてお送りすることとなりますが、ご了承ください。では、カルロスさん、お願いします。
Good morning or good afternoon. Konnichiwa, everyone. My name is Georgios Savokleidis, and I'm the founder and CEO of Embion Technologies. Embion is a green technology company. We're a spin-out of the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Lausanne. We are commercializing a new alternative to industrial enzymes processing technology that enables us to extract high-value ingredients from byproducts from food production and agricultural processes. The company was founded in 2016, and today we have approximately 20 employees. We have raised our first round of financing in 2019, our seed round of financing, and last year, at the end of 2021, we closed a part of our Series A round or Series A1 round that will enable us to come closer to the market with the first application of our technology centered around the upcycling of the spent grains of the beer industry. As a startup, we are also operating within a network of partners. More recently, we have been a member of the Global Prebiotic Association. We have commercial partners from Japan, such as Asahi, that we are developing together solutions to upcycle byproducts of the beer industry into value-added ingredients and solutions for food and nutrition. And most recently, we have been awarded as technology pioneers by the World Economic Forum, and we have been invited to contribute to the agenda regarding the circular economy and the way we produce our food. The problem we're solving is essentially an alternative technology to industrial enzymes. I'm sure many of you will have used or have experienced the use of industrial enzymes in some of the food production processes. These come with certain barriers and bottlenecks, which do not enable the efficient extraction of high-value molecules that are locked within the biomass or spent biomass that is produced within food production processes, such as in the beer production. Spent grains are produced all over the world by beer producers and account to tens of millions of tons of biomass that is currently either wasted or being given to the animals as low-value animal feed. We are bringing a new technology that enables us to take such raw materials as the spent grains, process them with our proprietary catalysts, and extract from those value-added molecules and ingredients that can return back into the value chain for nutrition and health. Molecules such as proteins, polyphenols, fibers, and others can be converted into prebiotic molecules or flavors that can enhance the formulation of new products and solutions for consumers in nutrition. We are operating across the space of health and nutrition, not only in food, but also in cosmetics and in feed. And we are developing solutions with customers and partners for all of these markets. The way that our technology works is very simple. It's a traditional hydrolysis process, which processes biomass together with water And within the hydrolysis system, we add our proprietary catalysts that aid and enhance the production of molecules from the starting raw material biomass. It is like boiling a soup, but by adding our catalysts, our proprietary processing aids, we enhance and transform the performance of the process. At the end of the hydrolysis process, we collect the water, which contains all the valuable molecules. We evaporate the water, and we are left with active powder ingredients that are self-stable and that can be used to formulate ingredients across food and beverage, feed supplements, and cosmetics. The advantage of our technology is that our processing aids, our catalysts, can be fully recovered at the end of the hydrolysis step, which means cleaner product streams, as well as the capability to reuse these catalysts in the next production batch to improve overall the process economics. Today, we are operating in 4 platform areas of growth, as we call them, or application areas. Specifically in the fiber and prebiotics, in the alternative protein space, such as plant proteins and cellular proteins, and in pectins. And together with customers and partners, we are developing applications on these platforms across the different segments of health and nutrition, such as animal feed or pet food, cosmetics, food and beverage, and food supplement ingredients. Our technology comes with certain advantages versus key competitor technologies in the market. Specifically against enzymatic hydrolysis and industrial enzymes, it enables the production of these molecules in a highly tailored, customized way, in a more efficient, fast way, and overall within a more economic process that makes for better business cases when we start from byproduct raw materials of food production to deliver new solutions that can return back into the food value chain. Our products are consisting of simple solutions, simple applications of our core proprietary technology. They are 100% derived from the natural raw material. So in this respect, they are also very natural. We have a simple process, which essentially translates also into a low impact process for the environment and the planet. And overall, we enable unparalleled flexibility and customization for our customers, which makes this technology the reference technology when it comes to upcycling complex lignocellulosic biomass materials. A few examples here. First, starting from a spent grain raw material coming from the beer industry, we process it with our technology, and we have the capability and have currently developed a new feed product, feed ingredient stream that promotes gut health and performance in production animals. Essentially, when this product, which we market with the term Premium, it enables farmers and integrators to grow their animals faster without the use of antibiotic growth promoters. And in addition, it enables them to fortify the health of the animals and then make them less prone to disease that can eradicate sometimes the production of these farms. In addition, from the same raw material, we have developed also a feed material stream that is able to replace the daily dietary feed needs with a product that is less prone to grain volatility in the market. These products are currently registered in the European Union as feed materials. We have expanded registration now in the USA in 49 of the 50 states. And we are ready to produce and introduce this product in different markets around the world according to the demand of our customers. A second example, again, by taking the same raw material, the spent grains of the beer industry, is Ceredium. Ceredium is a natural skin sensitization reduction agent. It's an ingredient that we have developed from the spent grains that has a dual effect. First, it reinforces the skin natural defenses. It promotes antimicrobial peptide production that is 3 to 4 times higher than the market benchmark, while it also brings a prebiotic benefit by balancing the skin's microflora. This is a unique composition ingredient that is again made possible by the fact that we have a very tailor-made and customizable technology where we can take a low value stream such as spent grains and extract the highly potent molecules that are locked within this biomass in a very efficient way. As a business now, how do we make money? How do we make profit? Usually, we have 2 parts in our business model. The first one is we start with new customers to do joint developments where we develop solutions from certain raw materials to certain target products that are centered around our catalyst use. And then secondly, we provide license and access to this catalyst for our customers to operate the technology within their plants and produce those ingredients for their own uses. Embion currently is undergoing a fundraising round, a new fundraising round, our Series A2, that will help us essentially bring those applications to larger scale and new markets around the world. And also, we're always looking for new development partners and customers that have access to raw material and an interest to take such raw material to a higher value and bring them back into the market into a circular business type of model. Thank you very much for your attention. I look forward to connecting with you after the event.
はい、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。で、今のですね、このエンビオンさんは録画になってしまっているので、質問をちょっと事前に向こうに投げかけてですね、でその答えをいただいてますので、それをご報告したいと思います。で、一応ですね、トゥエンビオン、なんか山本さん書かれてるな。いずれもちょっと時間の関係上、全部の答えできないケースもありますので、そこはご承知ください。まず事前に聞いた質問としてはですね、技術の会社なので、ハードウェアについてはサポートしてませんよねと。ということなので、例えば新しい工場なんかを作ることは範囲ではないので、どういう形でそのパートナー企業はですね、その技術を使ってその再生材を作るんですかということに、そういう質問をしたところですね、独自の有機触媒を使ったバイオマスの処理基盤技術を開発していると。今説明してきた通りなんですが、その技術を使って新製品を共同開発して、その共同開発した技術をライセンスして触媒を提供して、その企業がそこを自社で生産してもらうか、もしくはその企業が CMO ということでどこかの外部にですね、受託製造を行うというような、そういうビジネスモデルになっているということだそうです。以上になります。あとは、もし何か聞かれたいことがあればですね、後でスイスネックスさん通じて聞きたいと思いますので、よろしくお願いします。はい。
そうですね。最後にまたご案内させていただきます。アンケートでも、それぞれのスタートアップさんへのメッセージだったり、フィードバックとか、あと資料の請求等もできるようになっておりますので、そちらもご活用いただければと思います。はい、ありがとうございました。では、続きまして、安全に新鮮な果物の鮮度を保つ技術を開発するアグロサステイン CEO のオルガさん、よろしくお願いします。はい、オルガさん。
Hello.
Hello. Please start your presentation.
Sure. So, good evening for most of you and good morning for the ones who are still in Europe. Thank you very much for the organization, and it's a big pleasure to present you AgriSustain. So AgriSustain is a company which is incorporated in Switzerland since 2018, so we are 4 years old, and our goal is to fight food waste. And I guess most of you is quite well familiar that every year we are losing approximately 150 million tons of fruits and vegetables which are being produced worldwide. And when we think about the issue of food waste, we can actually split it on 3 core points. Number 1 is reduction of water, so shrinkage of crops, which is usually happening when we either store them for a long time or through our transportation. Number 2 is over-ripening, and this is more an example of black bananas, something we don't really usually like to eat, or some, again, over-ripening of mangoes, which gives some alcoholic flavor sometimes. And number 3 is fungal infection. Unfortunately, today there is no one solution that can fight all these 3 core issues together. And this is exactly why AgriSustain develops a line of biological and natural products that help us to improve and maintain a high quality of crops, reduce the plastic packaging, which is, for example, quite a lot being used on cucumbers or in another line of crops, and replace the CO2 gas emission by basically prioritizing boat transportation over air transportation, which we usually see quite a lot for exotic types of crops which are not really grown in our countries and require a fast transportation. Now, here you can see our pipeline of the product, and basically that will address the issue of food waste. Our first product is a natural coating, the edible one, which we can spray or buff on the top of a crop, and it forms invisible layer on the top of it. It's already commercial. We started our sales in Switzerland and in Germany this year, and Japan is of course on our list because we know that a lot of our Japanese clients also would like to promote a high quality crops in your country, and we are also open to acquire new clients in the future. On the next step, we would like to integrate an absolutely organic labeled coating that can be applied afterwards on bio or organic crops. And as of 2025, we would like to do a combination of a biological fungicide plus biological coating that will not only help us to reduce the water loss and extend the shelf life of crop, but also help us to prevent and kill fungal developments on it. So right now, our edible coating is already approved in a number of geographies, mainly on fruits. However, the good information that in Japan, it is already approved also on vegetables. What does our coating provides? I believe the core points we already mentioned, but the first one is extension of crop shelf life. In some crops, we can do extension by up to 1 month, for example, in zucchini or in apples. Number 2, it's reduction of water loss, where we can prevent it by up to 97%, like for example, in case of bananas. And what is also very important, we can easily integrate it in the supply chain of our clients, where I told you we can do application by buffing or spraying, but what it also means that one solution can work on over 20 types of crops, meaning that in this case, client does not need to change the solution all the time if he decides to switch a crop, but basically just do constant rotation of it. And the last 2 points we already touched upon briefly about reduction of plastic and replacement of boat air transportation by boat. On this video, you can see example how our coating works in real life. So the bananas down are the ones which were non-coated, and the ups that were coated with our edible coating. So I think you can decide yourself which kind of banana you would like to go for after 1 month, after 1 week, sorry. So as of today, we had done over 20 pilot trials in different countries, including Ghana, Latin Americas, that were afterwards sold in European markets. Again, we are more than open to work also with our Japanese parties, and we can do application in the country of origin at the local distributors as well as the retailers. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Olga. そうしましたらですね、質問としましては、All right, Olga, so how the coding can be done? I mean, how it make it done? And then that's first question. And the second question is it safe for human beings to use on something to eat? Oh, of course, you know something to eat, but that's the question. Yeah.
Thank you. So basically, our coating is already approved in Europe and also in Japan, meaning that it's a food safety agency who are giving you the label, so it is safe to eat. Also, what is important to say, our coating is made of vegetable oils, so it is part of human diet. And I think like this, you can also be reassured that this has nothing toxic in it.
Okay. 基本的にもうヨーロッパでも日本でも認可を降りているので、全然食べ物には使えるということと、あとやっぱりベジタブルオイルで使っているということなので、問題ないということですね。はい。Alright. Thank you. 他には、もしご質問なければ、以上で、ここは。はい。Thank you, Olga.
Thank you.
Thank you. はい。では、続いて参りたいと思います。腸内細菌の最先端技術を日常生活にお届けするアルカイア CEO のダンカンさん、お願いします。はい、ダンカン。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。お願いします。
いいですか？じゃあ、こんにちは。ダンカンです。よろしくお願いします。Today's company I'm presenting is Arcaia. It's a spin-off from the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in Lausanne, and we are pioneering a new microbiome management solution to help kids prevent from getting colic, asthma, and allergies. When we're born, we receive beneficial bacteria from our mother through full-time natural birth, through breastfeeding, and this is called the microbiome, and there are thousands of strains that will colonize our gut in the first few years of life. Many people don't realize there's a part of this microbiome called archaea, and they play an essential role as gatekeepers to help keep in the beneficial bacteria. And collectively, the archaea and the beneficial bacteria help the immune system to be programmed and developed in the first few years of life. Unfortunately, not all kids get an optimal start to life, sometimes through preterm birth or cesarean section, or they cannot always get breast milk, or they may have antibiotics in the first year of life. These are all things that can affect and alter the microbiome, these healthy beneficial bacteria and archaea in our gut. And this is linked to problems with the immune system development and the emergence of conditions like asthma and allergy and gut problems. So many companies would like to be able to monitor what is happening in the gut early on in life to be able to understand how the immune system is developing. So we've developed a simple solution to monitor these archaea. Archaea up to now have been very difficult to work with. They are a bit more invisible than the bacteria, but we have developed a technique to be able to monitor these key archaea that keep in the beneficial bacteria. And kids that don't have this archaea are more likely to get problems like asthma and allergies. So with our simple solution, with a point-of-care device, pediatricians and parents can see when kids have the healthy or altered microbiome in early life. And then pediatricians and parents can provide solutions like what we are producing, archaea therapeutics. We have isolated strains from breast milk, and we enrich them so that we can provide them to infants, for example. So we discussed this together with a biotech expert and analyzed some of the market opportunity. If this were to become a routine test every time kids go to get a vaccine in the first 18 months of life, if they were to have this test, this would be a $3 to $5 billion diagnostic market. And in terms of the market potential for enriched archaea products, which includes also therapeutic applications, this could be a $5 to $10 billion marketplace. So the diagnostic and the therapeutic and archaea enrichment are really companion products. We see a really interesting space in pediatrics with a range of products for diagnostics, consumer products for infant formula, alternative milks, and other probiotic mixes. But also archaea play a very important role in the aged population. Archaea declines in the age 50 plus, and that has been linked with colorectal cancer. So there will be a very important market also for the adult and aged population. We have a very interesting and strong IP portfolio consisting of diagnostics, probiotics, and also bioprocessors. This is the first scalable enrichment of archaea in the world. Some of the interesting potential clients will be in the fields of pediatrics, point-of-care devices, functional foods, and probiotics. And Japan is a leader in many of those sections. We're working with some of the lead institutes in Switzerland, the hospitals, the lead universities for continued preclinical trials and clinical trials. We're also working together with industry leaders from Nestle and other food companies. So we have a combination of technical and scientific experts as well as industry experts working on the project. So in summary, archaea represents a disruptive microbiome management platform. We're currently in seed financing round looking for 6 million. We see excellent return on investment with a potential multi-billion-dollar market. Thank you very much, and I would love to hear from you if you are in these areas. Thank you. ありがとうございます。
Thank you, Duncan. Okay. そうしましたらですね。All right. So I think even I can ask you in Japanese though. So, okay, okay. Is it possible at the moment to use your flora in Japan to the human beings now? That's the question.
Thank you. Yes, it's a very good question. In fact, at the moment, we have certified the product for use in animals, so it could be used in pets today already. And we have a pipeline to get it certified for human use, and we foresee that within 2 to 3 years, it could be usable in the human Japanese market. So we certainly are interested to discuss this with potential partners in Japan for potential co-development in Japan.
Okay. All right. Thank you. 人間に今、彼の使ってる細菌用の薬というかですね、それが使えるのかという質問に対しては、今、それをですね、ちょうど申請を出しているところで、今もう動物のペットに使えるそうなんですね。で今後、人間に対してやっているところで、2、3年でおそらくその承認が下りるだろうということなんですが、同時にですね、そういうものを日本の市場に向けて共同開発してくれるようなパートナーさんを探していますということですので、もしご興味の持たれる会社さんいらっしゃったらですね、ぜひまたご連絡してあげてください。はい、以上となります。はい。
ありがとうございました。Thank you, Duncan.
ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。はい。では、続きましてご紹介させていただきます。スイスデザインの茶葉入れシステムを提供するブル CEO のフィリップさんですが、すいません。本日フィリップさんもですね、都合がつかなくなってしまいまして、VTR でのご紹介となります。カルロスさん、いいですか？
こんにちは。Grüezi and hello from Switzerland. Thank you for having me. It's great to be here. My name is Philip Karlberg, and I'm co-founder of Brew. Together with my co-founder Bogdan, over here, we will disrupt the tea industry. And we've already received a lot of interest from the Japanese market, so I'm very happy to present to you today. When looking at tea, the way we buy and prepare tea is very outdated. It's wasteful, inconvenient, and not consistent in quality. There's not one company out there that provides a good one-stop solution for tea drinkers. Making tea takes your time and your attention, and it can be difficult to get a good result every time. Finally, from a sustainability perspective, there's a lot of waste happening because most people will heat up more water than they need, which wastes both energy and water. With our solution, you can control the water temperature, the water amount, and steeping time at the push of a button to get the perfect cup every time. This will also save your time and your attention, and help save energy by only heating the water needed for your cup. I will now show you a quick video to demonstrate how the machine works. So, using the brew maker, you can use either a tea bag, loose leaf tea, or throw in any fresh herbs or spices that you want. In this video, we have used a black tea that we brewed for 3.5 minutes at 90 degrees Celsius using 250 milliliters of water. The machine does everything automatically, and you can select a pre-programmed settings or choose your own. And when the tea is ready, the machine also rinses itself so it's ready for the next cup. So with our machine, we deliver an innovation with Swiss quality that offer a convenient, consistent, and sustainable way to prepare tea. Our machine also offers multiple functions, since it can also be used as a hot water dispenser to get any amount of water in a precise temperature delivered in seconds. Or if you like iced tea, there's also a cold tea mode, where the machine automatically cools down the tea after steeping, which is perfect if you're a fan of iced tea or simply don't want to drink your tea too hot. The machine is also ultra silent. It offers programs for multi-steeping, and you can split the tea into several cups and much more. Our goal is to help more people enjoy great tea in a convenient way. One important thing when making tea is the cleaning between cups. This is where we have our patented technology, which ensures that the machine is cleaned automatically between each cup, so the user don't have to make any manual tasks to keep the machine clean. I would also like to mention that we have an app that you can connect with the machine to customize your tea brewing experience even more. And long term, our app will become a platform for users to also buy their tea directly. And we know that there is an interest in the market for our machine. Through pre-orders, we have already sold almost 10,000 machines. We shipped the first samples to distributors and retailers globally, and the feedback has been very positive so far. So right now, we are collecting the first orders of our machine, and we will start mass production in July this year. We have received a lot of requests and interest from the Japanese market, but we're still evaluating and looking for the right partner to help us launch in your market. So if you thought that this presentation was interesting, I would be very happy to have a further discussion with you to discuss the opportunity for our machine in the Japanese market. Thank you very much. Arigato, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you very much.
はい、ありがとうございました。で、彼もですね、ビデオになるので、事前にちょっと聞いていた質問と答えをですね、ご紹介させていただきます。質問としてはですね、彼のマシンで高級な日本茶を扱ったことがありますかという質問をしたところですね、答えとしては、いろんなお茶を当然この機会で試してこられたそうなんですが、当然日本の高級茶も何種類かありますと。で、非常に高い精度でですね、調合をコントロールできるということなので、結果は非常に素晴らしいものでしたということで、なんか有名なお茶の何かサイトを運営している方もですね、日本の高級茶を使ってテストして非常に肯定的に非常に素晴らしい結果でしたっていうサイトの説明もされているので、後でまたそこのリンクのところに貼っておきますね。日本茶も当然対象内で非常にいい結果が出たということだそうです。以上になります。はい。
はい、ありがとうございました。では、最後のスタートアップさんご紹介させていただきます。農業へも活用できるドローン技術を展開するフライアビリティ、リージョナルマーケティングマネージャーのバネッサさんです。はい、バネッサ。はい、
let me share my screen. Okay, good. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, this is Vanessa. So I'm from Flyability Asia Pacific, and I represent Flyability to present you our solutions to you. So I'd just like to say thank you for your time, and it's an honor for me to introduce Flyability to you. So just a quick overview of Flyability. So Flyability is a Swiss company which was founded in 2014. We are actually a spin-off from EPFL based in Lausanne. And the idea for Flyability is actually to dedicate our technology to indoor drone. So our specialty is actually to develop indoor drones for inspection and to be used in confined spaces as an alternative to traditional visual inspection methods. So currently we have approximately 110 employees worldwide in Switzerland, in the US, in China, and also in Asia Pacific. And we are supported by more than 70 resellers worldwide, including one in Japan and the rest in about 8 or 9 in Asia Pacific. So our vision for Flyability is that with the help of indoor drone technology, we do not want humans doing dangerous jobs, which is the traditional methods. So just to share a bit of a unique value proposition of our indoor drones. So with an indoor drone inspection, it brings many benefits to the industries that requires constant inspection on their assets. So first, it helps to improve safety for the inspectors, where they are able to perform inspection from a safe distance. And second, it helps to reduce downtime for the companies, where companies are able to perform inspection on their assets within hours instead of days. And the third one is mainly cost savings. So using our drone or using any indoor drones, it helps to save costs by eliminating the needs to build scaffolding and sending humans into the assets to do the inspection. And this helps to reduce the downtime operation costs as well. And of course, lastly, by using indoor drone, the drone is able to help to collect data by using visual inspection, and is able to use this asset data and turn it into digital insights for the inspector to help them with ongoing maintenance in the future. So with this, it helps to take the guesswork out of maintenance operation in a safer, in a faster, and in a more economical way. Right. So this chart actually shows the timeline and evolution of our indoor drone. So our indoor drones are named Ilios, and we started to develop the first indoor drone in 2016. We have a very niche market back then, which is in the oil and gas and also in the power generation industry. So over the years, we started to build a more advanced technology drone where we developed Ilios 2 in 2019. We improved features, technology to cater for the growing industrial needs. So just last month, which is in May, we just launched our latest drone, which is called Ilios 3. It is actually the first collision-tolerant drone in the market that is equipped with LiDAR technology for indoor 3D mapping. And this also helped a lot of industry, especially in the mining and food and beverage industry, to do inspection. One of the unique feature for Ilios 3 is also the stability of the drone, because indoor drone doesn't use GPS. And this with our technology, it helps to stabilize the drone in an indoor environment. So over the years, since we started in 2014 and developed the first drone in 2016, we have worked with many various industries globally. So this include power generation, infrastructure, oil and gas, and as well the food and beverage industry. So we have deployed about 1,500 drones right now globally, and we have tested and also deployed more than 100,000 flights. Just to share some use cases for our indoor drones in the food and beverage industry. So the first one actually indoor inspection we done for a brewery plant in Czech Republic, which is Pilsner Urquell. So this is one of the biggest brewery plant in the country. And they use our drone to do inspection on their ceiling. So their factory floor is actually on an ongoing production while the inspection is commencing. So in the past, how they do inspection is to deploy scaffolding and send humans up into the ceiling to do inspection. But the down part of that is that they will need to stop production of their brewery. And this costs them a lot of money. And so by deploying indoor drone, they are able to save some time. It took them 12 days instead of 35 days. They are also able to save costs from the need to build scaffolding and eliminating the production downtime. Right. The second case study here involved an inspection at a grain bin. So this is one of the largest agricultural business in the world, uses one of our drones, which is Ilios 2, to do visual inspection at grain bin. So inside the grain bin is actually very dangerous for humans to do inspection because of the uneven flooring. So by using indoor drone, they found that it could help them to significantly improve safety, reduce downtime, and also with 95% cost reduction from the usual inspection method. Okay, and this is the last case study I would like to present. So this is from Novozymes, a world leader in biological solutions. They are looking for solutions to improve the quality of their infrastructure maintenance process while reducing costs and also downtime due to inspection. So they have requested for our ability to perform a pilot project in their enzyme production facility in Nebraska. So this is in the US. So they are able to achieve their goal with reduced downtime again from their production and saw a significant cost and time savings by using drone to perform asset inspection inside their fermenter tank. Okay. So in summary, as you know, the industry progresses with safety being the top priority in such industry. And again, asset maintenance is very important to make sure the production is ongoing while performing inspection. So with the use of the drone technology, it can help to make them confined space inspection a more safer, faster, and also a cheaper method as compared to the traditional inspection method. So with this, I end my presentation and look forward to hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Vanessa. All right. So the question is, I think already you explained during the presentation though, but the question is, supposed to be some competitors exist in your segment. What the beauty of your drones in short compared to the others? That's first question. And then your drone is designed to be used inside. In-house drone, so not for outside at all. Right? Those two questions.
All right. Sure. So the first question is regarding our competitor. A lot of companies are doing outdoor drones, but the competitor for indoor drones are not many, but mainly stem from the Europe. So one of our unique feature is the LiDAR technology, which I've mentioned in one of my slides. So and regarding the second question, so one of the unique features of our drone, our latest drone, especially for Ilios 3, is the ability to create 3D modeling of the environment while it flies. This gives a very big advantage for our inspector. This allows the inspector to collect data in real time. And this is, of course, with the help of the LiDAR sensor and 3D mapping technology built within the drone itself.
All right. So you mean, using your technology, the owner of your facility or warehouse can get the digital twin of the internal warehouse, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
今ですね、競合他社と比べてどこが強いんですかと。で、基本的には室内のドローンの専門ですよねという質問をしたんですけれども、それは間違いなくもう室内専用だということで、彼らの競合他社と比べてどこが強いかというと、やっぱりそのレーダーですね。レーダーでこの距離を取るということと、それによって 3D マッピングをするということなので、例えば倉庫内に飛んでですね、調べてるうちにレーダーと 3D マッピングしながら撮るわけですから、インスペクターはそれを見ながらですね、その内部の 3D マッピングがデジタルツインが出来上がっちゃうということですね。で、その 3D マッピング出来上がったところのどこに問題があるかというのが位置が確認できるわけですから、それは確かに先進ですね。ということはそうです。Alright, thank you, Vanessa. And then, okay, I think another question is coming. Oh, no, that's all. Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. あと、近子さん、すみません。もう一つ質問が来てて、これでやってない、ダンカンに来てるんですが、これ聞いちゃって、時間的に大丈夫ですかね。
そうですね。はい。聞いてしまいましょうか。はい。
Hey, Duncan, another question for you is coming. Can I ask? Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So, how do you, who's your target customer in Japan? That's the question because, the person is asking you, is that your customer is going to be hospitals or directly to the, parents or mothers? And then, do you have any, marketing strategy in Japan how to, distribute your products? That's the question. So anyway, who is your target customers in Japan?
Yes, so there are different industries, but particularly in the functional food area, Japan is a world leader and in biotech as well. So really our model is to license our technology to these leading international companies based in Japan. There's a very impressive list of functional food companies and biotech companies. And so we're really looking to work together with those companies where they have more expertise in the area of distribution and manufacture. On our side, we are an R&D company. Yeah.
All right, thank you. 今の質問に対してですね、僕もそう言われるとはそうなんだなと思うんですけども、日本ってやっぱり機能性食品ではワールドリーダーなんだそうですね。だから日本のその機能性食品に確かにまたいろいろあると思うんですが、そういうリーディングカンパニーと一緒に組んでですね、パートナーシップを組んで、そのチャンネルで彼のそういう意味では 技術もそういう意味では機能性食品の一つなので、そこと一緒に打っていくということが回答になってますので、ですからそのチャンネルによって、お医者さんのところもあれば、当然直接お客さんのところもあるということなんだということになります。以上です。はい。すみません。最後に自己紹介をくれまして、私、グローバル DX の引田と申します。阪急阪神さんとご一緒させていただいて、サポートさせていただいて、この大阪ランディングパッドをお手伝いしています。今後ともまた一つよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。はい。
はい、ありがとうございました。はい。では、そうですね、登録者の、ピッチが終了となりまして、はい、皆様いかがでしたでしょうか。そうですね、本日ご登壇いただいた6社のスタートアップさんとはですね、6社の皆さんはスイスネックスさんの運営するプログラムにも採択されているスタートアップ企業さんでして、来日を予定されている企業も複数社ございます。ですので、そういった機会にですね、ぜひ大阪フードラボで何かコラボレーションができればと思っておりますので、ちょっとどんな形になるかは分かりませんが、また皆様にご案内できることを楽しみにしております。はい、以上で、本日のプログラムは終了となります。私たちですね、スイスネックスさんが日本で活動拠点をこの大阪に選ばれたことをすごく歓迎しております。で、フードテック以外にももちろんいろいろと展開されておりますので、皆様もぜひ今後の活動にご注目いただければと思っております。最後にぜひアンケートへご協力いただけますでしょうか。こちらのアンケートはスタートアップへのフィードバックや資料請求などもできるアンケートとなっております。ぜひ具体的なビジネスのお話はもちろんのこと、これからの日本マーケットを見据える上でのメッセージなどございましたら気軽に記載いただければと思っております。あと、ちょっと一部ですね、回答しきれていないQ&A で質問いただいた方もいらっしゃるかと思いますが、そのあたりもよろしければアンケートに記載いただいたり、していただけると助かります。以上をもって、本日はこれで終了とさせていただきます。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。